Hello, beautiful people of the internet. What's up? It's your girl, Lakisha. Sunscreen is by far one of the most important products in your skincare routine, but for people with medium to dark skin complexions, it can be the most difficult one to find. On this episode of Sunscreen for Dark Skin, we are taking a look at Etude House's Sunprise Mild Watery Light SPF 50 plus PA+++ sunscreen to test and see if it's Black Girl approved. If you missed the last episode, I will link it in the cards above as well as in the description. Make sure that you are subscribed and click the bell so you're notified every time we put another SPF in the hot seat. Without further ado, let's get started. As I'm rating this SPF, I'm keeping 10 qualities in mind. Etude House is a household name in K-beauty. They sell everything from makeup to skincare to body care on their website. It's one of the more popular K-beauty brands that are available globally. On their website, they do ship internationally, as well as they are available on retailers like YesStyle and Style Korean. The only bone that I have to pick with the company is that they're not 100% cruelty-free. Now, they don't explicitly specify how they do their product testing, but I know that their parent company is Amore Pacific, and they do test on animals. That doesn't necessarily mean that they follow the same practices as their parent company, because baby brands can have their own policies and their own testing practices. They are their own brand. I did, however, comb through their website. It does seem like they do ship to China. China does require animal testing for products to enter the country, so you can draw your own conclusions that way. As for the product itself, it is described as a non-sticky, water-soluble formula that applies smoothly on the skin. It's suitable for all skin types and contains 20 kinds of vegetable ingredients. We'll talk about the product in more detail a bit later, but for now, let's look at the application. The packaging. Etude House's Sunprise comes in a compact tube, and I actually really like the packaging. I am more on the simple side. My products don't have to be super extravagant because I feel like the more extravagant they get, sometimes the more difficult it is to get the products out of the tube. So I really do enjoy, it has like a twist lock cap at the bottom, and it has a little nozzle. This is helpful because it is one of those more liquidy SPFs. It's not a thick cream. It is not completely runny, it's not water, but it is one of those lighter consistencies. So it does help that it comes with a nozzle that helps you manage how much product you're getting out of it too. And also, because of the way that I like to apply sunscreen, which is like using my 2 fingers, having a squeezy tube is so helpful for that too. So this gets a point for me. Let's talk about price and quantity. So I put these two in the same category because in order to really judge the product fairly, I think you have to look at the price, the quantity, and how much you're using to really determine if it's worth the price. One way that I found helpful at determining whether it's worth the price is looking at the daily cost average. So this is basically how long will this product last based on your usage, as well as how much is it going to cost you every single day to use. This is especially important for SPF because you have to use the right amount of SPF for it to be effective. So it's really important to know how much you're getting and how much you're going to pay for that going forward. You need to be applying at least 2 finger worths of sunscreen on your face and neck. This is around 0.04 ounces. I convert it to ounces because most SPFs come in ounces or milliliters, so it's easier to work in a universal conversion. So every time you use this, it's going to cost you 36 cents for 44 days. Technically, you're supposed to be reapplying your SPF. So if you're going to be applying this twice a day, it's going to last for 22 days and it's going to cost you 74 cents. Now, most sunscreens come with 50 milliliters of product anyways. So in order to really know whether this is worth the price, you have to look at multiple side by side and see what you're getting. After I've reviewed 10 SPFs, I will do a recap where we'll line them all together and see which one is worth the price, so on and so forth. So make sure that you are subscribed and click the notification so you get notified when I post that video. Generally, most SPFs come with 50 milliliters of product anyways, and $15.99 is a drugstore SPF price. So for now, we'll give this a point. Let's talk about the ingredients. So I mentioned before that this product described having over 20 different types of plant ingredients in there. The rule of thumb when it comes to choosing your skincare products is that the shorter the ingredient list, the better. But there is a lot to be said about what goes into formulation, things that the average consumer, myself included, just simply won't understand. This product does have quite an extensive ingredient list. I think there's around 40 ingredients in here, if not more. So, I mean, that's a little bit excessive, but I'm going to be looking at what ingredients I use for SPF, as well as any ingredients that stand out to me as potentially irritating to the skin. As for the sun protection, this does have 50 plus SPF, which offers around 98% of protection from the UVB rays. And it also has PA+++, so this blocks around 90% of the UVA radiation too. If you look at the actual breakdown of the active ingredients in here, this is obviously a chemical SPF. So this one is going to more so absorb light, and it's going to help make sure that it finishes better on your skin. It does contain ethyl hexamethoxycinnamate. I don't believe I pronounced that correctly, but it is a form of octinoxate, which is a good SPF ingredient that helps to protect your skin from UVB rays. However, it is not coral reef safe. Now, I am definitely not an expert on coral reefs or active ingredients or anything like that, and there's a lot of information on both sides. I think that it's important to be aware of both sides of the argument so you can make your own decision for yourself on what you're going to be applying and what you're not going to be applying. According to Paula's Choice website, octinoxate is rated as a good ingredient for the purposes of protecting your skin against UVB rays. At the end of the day, the best SPF for you is one that you're actually going to wear. So if you don't like the appearance of titanium dioxide or zinc on your skin, and most people with dark skin complexions, I'm sure you guys can agree with me, it's definitely not the most flattering look. It's better to use it and wait for results to come out later than to not use it at all and end up with more issues down the line. Now, there is a video from Lab Muffin Beauty Science, and she goes through some of the myths surrounding sunscreen. I found that very helpful when coming to my opinions about these ingredients, so I'll link it down below. She has a couple of other myth busting videos too, and these are very helpful because they give you kind of like a more objective understanding of the ingredients. This is definitely not one that you're going to carry to the beach, but if you're going to go to work, meeting up with friends, so on and so forth, this should be fine. So for the ingredients, I'm going to give this a 0.6. Application. This product applies really beautifully on the skin. It is so smooth. When it says that it's watery light, it means it is extremely lightweight. This thing melts into your skin so quickly. Within seconds, it's gone. It feels like a wet moisturizer. That makes absolutely no sense, but it's not a runny liquid, but it has like a very airy texture to it. I'm sure you guys could see in the application video. The point is, with little to no effort, it just melts into the skin. So this is gonna get a point for me. The finish. As this product is more of a watery gel-like consistency, it doesn't leave any shininess or greasiness on your face. It's not exactly mattifying, but it just leaves a skin-like finish, almost like if you didn't put anything on your skin. It just feels like skin. I think this would be lovely if you have normal, combination, or oily skin. I think for dry skin, it may be a little bit too watery or too weightless. For me, normally I have combination oily skin, but right now my skin's in a weird phase because of winter where it's kind of more on the combination dry side. So if I don't put a thick moisturizer under this, it just doesn't feel like it gives me adequate moisture. So you're not going to want to wear this by itself. You're definitely going to have to put a moisturizer underneath. But I do love the way that it finishes on my skin. Finish is definitely subjective and it's based on how you like your products to finish on your skin. For me, I really do enjoy this finish, so it's gonna get a point for me. Reapplication was actually quite easy. I didn't get any pilling or any balling up of the product by layering it on again, and it just melted really well into the skin. I truly enjoyed the way that this reapplied. There are a number of ways that you can apply sunscreen over makeup, but what I find really helpful is by using one of those sponge applicators to just dab it into your face. You obviously don't use as much as when you're doing your base application, but it does give you adequate coverage. And with this one, I didn't find that it lifted my makeup any more than didn't make me feel like I needed to powder my face excessively or anything. I didn't end up applying any powder on my face whatsoever. And you saw that much later, it still looked good. So yeah, this is gonna get a point for me. Under makeup, I found that this product wore fairly well under both minimal makeup and full coverage makeup. There wasn't really much of a difference in the application. Although it has dimethicone in here, it's definitely by no means a primer, moisturizer, or anything like that. It is completely weightless, so you're not even gonna feel it on your skin. If you want to blur your pores or anything, this is not gonna help you with that, but it's also not gonna make it shiny and greasy under your makeup. And if that's something that you're looking for, then this is totally fine. Even after a few hours of wearing it, still did not feel the need to blot my face or add more powder on top. Granted, my skin is a little bit more on the dry side right now, so we'll see how that pans out when it's the summertime. White cast. Needless to say, this product leaves zero white cast on your face, which I am extremely ecstatic about, and I don't find any balling in my hairline at all, so it blends up very nicely, no white cast. Love that. Fragrance. It goes without saying, I am definitely one who prefers a very mild or muted scent or no scent at all. This one does have a little bit of a fragrance. It contains fragrance, aka parfum, orange peel, lime oil, bergamot, lemon peel oil, and eucalyptus. So there is a lot of scents in here. With it being a sunscreen, I don't like fragrance in my sunscreen specifically because fragrance is not stable in the sunlight. If this is supposed to protect you from the sun and you have unstable ingredients in there, I mean, it may be doing more harm than good. Now, the fragrance is not overpowering by any means. It is very muted, it's very light. I don't feel like it gave me any irritation either. But once again, definitely not the sunscreen to be outside all day. If you're gonna be indoors mostly, or nearby a window, so on and so forth, it will be good for that, but it's definitely not something to wear in direct sunlight. So this is gonna get a 0.5 for me on fragrance. As for Flashback, this product gave me no ghost-like appearance, so that gets a point for me too. Overall, this product gets a 9.1 out of 10 for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below and tell me if you've ever tried this product. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you have any others that you want me to try, leave them down below as well. Click over here to see some of my previous videos. And as always, stay gorgeous, stay fabulous, and I will see you, lovely ladies and gents, in the next video. Bye.